Hey everyone, Jamie here. Hope you're all having a great week. I am dropping this little bonus episode. I actually recorded a few quick hits about Real Housewives of Atlanta as part of my last episode, my solo episode about Lisa Rinna. But then after I was done recording and editing the Lisa Rinna stuff, I just had a feeling that warranted its own episode, and I just kind of wanted to let that stand on its own. But I then had these two remaining quick hits and figured they deserve to see the light of day as well. So I'm just going to drop them as little bonus mini episodes. These are truly quick hits. The first one I'm dropping today is about Marlo towards what kicked off her season-long fight with Kenya. And the second quick hit, which I'll release probably this weekend, is Sheree, towards She by Sheree. So that's just a little explanation of what's coming to you today. Like I said, we're kicking things off with Marlo, and then I'll drop the She by Sheree quick hit in a few days. And then there is a proper full-length episode coming at you next Tuesday. All right, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye. Hi, and welcome to Deep Dive with Jamie Stein, where we take a deep dive look at all things reality TV, pop culture, and the world at large. I'm an intuitive and an empath, which means I pick up on the thoughts, feelings, and energy percolating in other people and the world around me. I believe there is meaning waiting to be found at every turn if you're willing to see it. So join me as we dismantle everything from trash TV to high spiritual concepts and learn more about ourselves, each other, and how we're all connected.
I wanted to jaunt over to Atlanta. I haven't really spoken much about Atlanta on this podcast, but I thought I would just quickly drop into Marlo because she's been so fascinating to me this season. I'm planning on doing a deep dive episode on Marlo, so I'm not going to go too deep into her, but I just have been so drawn to this conflict with Kenya and how it all seemed to start from this moment where Marlo was putting together this event to help Sheree feel better in the wake of being stood up by Tyrone. And Kenya called in sick. And it was like, I can't come. And, I think to my perception, and I think to most people's perceptions, it seemed that Kenya was legitimately sick. It didn't seem like there was anything deceptive about it or manipulative about it. But Marlo clearly took it very personally and continues to insist that Kenya was lying, even though there's all the evidence to the contrary. And this is what initiated what's become a season-long conflict between them. So I just thought it might be interesting just to quickly drop into Marlo towards that moment where she's on that FaceTime call with Kenya, and Kenya basically lets her know, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm sick. And just sort of see what I see if we can get a little bit of deeper insight into whatever was going on for Marlo. Okay, so this is Marlo towards Kenya. It's interesting. I mean, what really comes up for me as I take in Kenya telling me I'm not going to come, I feel really disappointed as Marlo. I feel disappointed. I actually feel hurt. And I feel rejected. And I feel angry. And that's interesting. Yeah, I feel angry. It's kind of like I was planning something here. I was planning something here, and it's almost like what comes to me as I sit with this is, look, we don't know a lot about Marlo, which is part of why I want to deep dive her. She's kind of fascinating because she keeps a lot hidden. There's very little we know about her, and there's certain crumbs we've gotten about her. We know she has a colorful background. There's been criminal incidences. We know she grew up in the foster care system. This is a woman who's lived a life. And it's interesting because I just have this sense with Marlo, like thinking about other people. I mean, it's interesting. There's almost a theme emerging. With Lisa Rinna, it was kill or be killed. Do what you got to do to survive. I get a similar vibe off Marlo. Like, I'm out here surviving, and I'm going to do what I have to do to survive, and no one's going to get in my way. And I just have this feeling Marlo does not necessarily have a lifelong history with thinking about other people. No one was there for me. Why should I be there for other people? Is what I hear her saying. And it's almost like now when she shows up for people, because I'm thinking now about her nephews too, it's almost like, how do I say this? It feels a little performative. But that's not to say that it's completely insincere. I feel there is a part of her that genuinely wants to try showing up for other people. But there's something that strikes me as very young about Marlo, like emotionally immature. She almost feels like emotionally stunted. Like she had to grow up fast in terms of taking care of herself. But in terms of like emotional maturity, of empathy, connecting and relating to others, she feels really young. I almost hear the words 5 years old or something like that. And so it's almost like I want to show up. I want to do things for people. I'm going to bring my nephews in. And it's because the way that she talks about showing up for her nephews, it's like I get them to get ready in the morning. I have them brush their teeth. I put them in nice clothes. It's almost like she's playing the part on a sitcom of what she thinks the good mother is, but there's not necessarily a connection to the deeper emotional relationship. Like, I don't know that she knows how to even engage that way or hold space in that way, and it might be kind of an insight into why she would be so not quick to kick them out, but so seemingly not aware of the potential damage of making a choice like that. Like there's a way that Marlo wants to show up where it's about what it looks like on the surface. Like I said, there's something performative about it. And you saw that in how she showed up for Sheree. I mean, again, it was nice, but that whole event, it was so over the top. I mean, it was like the personal shopper was there, and there were shoes and purses and clothes, and then they were also getting pedicures, and then there was way too much food. It was like cakes and cookies and desserts, way more than any 2 or 3 people could eat. And again, to me, it just struck me as like, oh, look at what I'm doing, look at what I'm doing, look at what I'm doing. See, I want credit. Like that's what I'm hearing from her. I want credit for what I'm doing. See, I'm showing up for someone. This is a new skill for me. I'm proud of what I'm doing. And I want effing credit for this. And I want it to go off without a hit. Look at me and what I'm doing. Again, it feels like a 5-year-old who's like, look what I can do. I'm doing it. And so then when Kenya calls and says, I'm sick, I can't make it, I just feel that like that 5-year-old deflation of like, no, I want it how I want it. It's supposed to go my way. I'm doing something here and you're getting in the way of it. And it pisses her off. I feel like there's a place, again, kind of like how a 5-year-old would be hurt. She feels hurt. She feels disappointed. She feels like she wanted this to go off without a hitch because she wanted to make a big show of her doing something nice for someone else. And she wanted the effing credit. And it's almost like there was more invested in this for her than anyone could have known or Kenya could have known. Like it wasn't just about showing up for Sheree. It was about proving something about herself. And so then when Kenya backs out, it's sort of like, oh, you're not just backing out of this thing we were doing for Sheree. You're backing out of something that was actually important for me. But I don't have the emotional maturity or language to acknowledge any of this. So I'm just pissed at you. And now I'm going to, again, like a child, I'm going to accuse you of faking being sick because I don't have the language for saying, oh my God, this actually kind of hurt me and this disappointed me and it made me irrationally angry. I'm going to leave it there for now. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I hope this answered some of your questions. As always, follow me on Instagram if you don't already. My Instagram handle is Jamie Stein, JamieStein. And as always, I love hearing from you. So email me, DM me, let me know what you think. Let me know your own intuition. And I'm excited about forthcoming episodes. And I will see you guys all on the flip side. Bye.